Inflation is going down. Inflation is going down. Down.
I pump those numbers up, those are rookie numbers in the track.
Gang, gang.
Juicy.
Do you have a flag? They say money can't buy happiness. Look at that fucking smile on my face.
Yeah, that's my alumni, you know what I mean?
Target locked. Ready to fire.
You can't handle the truth.
Yo, good morning, everyone, and welcome to the Morning Market Report. It is Friday, February 27th, and we are at the end of the month. We got PPI data coming this morning saying that, hey, everything you heard about Trump, or from Trump, about inflation and the cost of stuff, big X, wrong. Yeah, it's higher, guys. And so we also got some info on, we're going to go over that, obviously. Got to go over that. We also got information from Jack Dorsey of Block, formerly Square. Yeah, guys, he's laying off half of his people all at once in a mass bang. Snap of the finger, Thanos on all the employees at Block, and almost 50% of them gone. They have, I think they got a little bit of time to work still. They're going to get like 6 months of pay and 20 weeks of pay, I guess. 20 weeks of pay plus 1 week per year of tenure that they have, and whatever. But at the end of the day, the story is he's building a tighter ship around Intel. AI is now going to be replacing about over 4,000 people. We also got some information on war starting, as it says in the title. War has started, and no, it's not Iran and U.S. and Israel. It's Pakistan and Afghanistan, and I want to explain a little something about that to you guys today, so we'll talk about that. Look at the charts. We are getting a little sell-off this morning, still rejecting from where we told you we would reject at. So we're going to take a look at that. We're going to take a look at some news. We're going to make this a shortened show a little bit because I got to hit the road. I am heading to Utah right after the stream, so let's go ahead and get it. You guys know what time it is. Class is in session right here at the Piper Academy. Appreciate everyone being here. And as always, this show, the Morning Market Report, brought to you by Chart Prime, the indicator of winners. If you want to be a winner, check out the link below. Let's go ahead and jump over to the chat cam and see who all we got in here this morning. We got Crypto Coin Mindset, Keith in the house. We got Alexandra G, the Mod Queen, BC Port Corp, the man, the myth, the mysterious disappearance of BC Port Corp coming around. We're hoping to see you soon, man. D Jenny from the blockchain. Piper, good morning, dude. Hey, to Jenny from the blockchain, if you guys don't know, always comments on the videos after I put them up, and it helps the algorithm an immense amount, if you guys don't know that. So shout out to D Jenny from the blockchain, keeping that engagement going, helping that algorithm out. I appreciate you, man. Truly a friend of the Academy here. We appreciate everything you do for us. Also, One House Productions dropping in here, said ha, Miss G. Ha. What's up, One House? How you doing, man? Veritech Billin here with us. We've also got Keen Bean for crypto from the Alexo Crypto crew over there. Give them a little shout
Gang,
out.
gang.
Alexo should be back, I think, next week. So we're hoping to see Alexo back. We miss him. James on Random in here. Buck is in here. Them Somali pirates, man. We got to go get them Somali pirates. Evidently, we don't have to get on a ship to do that. Crypto Princess also in here with us, and Ninja Glock. I appreciate everybody. Appreciate all of you. Some people drop in here afterwards. I'll be back next week, Blackie Chan said. $1 trillion is 999 billion plus 999 million plus 1 million. And the U.S. is $37 trillion in debt. I sent a message earlier to Piano Matty B. And he was trying to describe a trillion, and he was like, how many phones, how far it could go, like from Earth, if you stacked, iPhone to iPhone, end to end. And I said, look, here's the easy way. A billion seconds ago. A billion seconds ago was 31.7 years ago. 31.7 years ago. A trillion seconds ago, the pyramids were not built and the saber-toothed tiger still roamed the earth. If you want to know how much a trillion is, there's a nice picture for you guys. It is going to be a definite large amount in comparison to the billion. So let's go jump in on the chart. Let's talk about that. And then we'll get in and knock out all of the things that are news, fit to be news. Here's that rejection level, guys. Still played out for us. We went down right through the fair value gap. And I told you, if we get down here into this fair value gap, this candle is a very, very quick run, like the poop shoot, right down through, like you ate some bad salad in Afghanistan. And then we are now back under the trend line here. I am watching, because we talked about if it came down, I would watch for the 786, 65, 580 as support. And guess what? That's pretty much where it's getting its bounce at there. But I still think we have more downside. VWAP overbought has triggered the downtrend triggered here, and now we are continuing the oscillator ribbon, getting even sharper. It looks like money flow is also coming down. Let's zoom that in here. Yeah, money flow is still coming down. That's that red wave there. And we also have the volume starting to turn down for Watt. For sell-off, that's for Watt. But yeah, Bitcoin, I do think we still have a downside move on this. I am still in the trade that we set up on Monday in our Discord as a group. And it is currently up $559.39, 13.9% profit there on the short bot. It's on Ethereum. It's a 5x. Just making it, letting it work for me. I get up every morning to check the bot and go, "Are you going to work today?" And it says, "Yes, sir. I'm going to work. Thanks, boss." Let's go check out the news, and we'll get into all of that now. Let's go to the news. Let's go to the news scene. I just went straight into it from the charts. Why not? Here we go. Getting into the Cryptoverse metrics today, guys. Current market cap of total crypto is at $2.279 trillion. The trend line on this coming in at $4.925 trillion. Undervaluation is 53.73% from the fair value. We are still sitting at a 4x now. We've moved back up out of the 2s and back into the 3 range, wristband 3.01 for the Piper Plan DCA. So if you guys haven't done that yet, might be a good time to look at that today or tomorrow, because we do typically have Friday and Saturdays pretty down. So shout out to the Chainlink hat. Did that cost you $800? No, actually, true story about this hat, D. Jenny. I was at the 2023 consensus in Austin, Texas, and I went up to the Chainlink booth and I said, "Hey, how do I get a Chainlink hat?" And he said, "Well, we only have so many of them. Why do you deserve to have one?" And I said, because I own Chainlink. And he goes, "I tell you what, if you can show me that you have 1,000 Chainlink or more in your wallet right now, I'll give you a Chainlink hat." And I said, "Done." And I actually had enough that he gave me 2 hats. My son has the other one. So yeah, that's how I got the Chainlink hat. Not because it was $8, but because I had 1,000 Chainlink at the consensus in 2023. You're the best by far. No, you're the best, D. Jenny. I don't care what anyone says. I'm so in. Buck, we're not going to Minnesota, bro. All right, let's go continue on here and looking at all this data. Bitcoin dominance sitting right now at 58%. Take away the stable coin, still sitting above 65. We're at 66.65. Liquidations in the past 24 hours. We've had 101,464 traders get liquidated. Total liquidations coming in at a cool $268.02 million. Largest single liquidation, kind of a small one today. It was an ETH trade on Binance, $2.94 million in liquidations on a single trade there. How about the volume for the past 24 hours? Let's give it a refresh. Get fresh. All right. Longs for the last 24 hours, short volume, 34.63 billion. Long volume, 33.77. So we're leaning more towards shorts than longs right now in the 24-hour period, but we're seeing a little turnaround here. On the hourly, people are starting to get bullish. 2.39 billion in the last hour for shorts. People starting to open up longs on the hourly. I think they may be wrong. So need you to come up off of one of them hats there, bro. No, will not happen. You have to You have to go get one yourself, Buck. I'm sorry. I was looking at the X marks the spot today. Fear and Greed Index sitting at 13. Extreme Fear still staying in that range. If you guys tracking about Anthropic, what happened yesterday, check it out. Anthropic rejected the U.S. Pentagon's final offer just 24 hours before Defense Secretary Hegseth's deadline per Axios. Anthropic remains adamant that their AI platform is not going to be used for surveillance of Americans or lethal military missions. We expect a response from the Pentagon soon. And then we get Sam Altman and OpenAI are working on a deal between Anthropic and the U.S. Pentagon per Wall Street Journal. This comes just hours after Anthropic rejected that final offer, and Anthropic continues to state that their platform should not, will not, should not be used for mass surveillance of Americans and autonomous weapons. The U.S. seeks unrestricted use. There was also a thing that I saw on CNBC today talking about Palantir. Palantir may be the gainer out of all of this if they end up not going with Anthropic, because Palantir also dabbles in the AI realm, if you don't know, and they have been openly allowing the Defense Department to do whatever they want with their products for a while. So Palantir may get another run, and let it go. Buck, I'll go get some Somali pirates with you. Minnesota, here we come. God, PC. Let's see here. Breaking. OpenAI announces a new $110 billion investment, valuing the company now at $730 billion. So if you guys aren't tracking, OpenAI, I'm believing somewhere around 2027 is going to end up going live, or maybe at the end of 2026. I'm sure BC is going to let me know here. But yeah, OpenAI got another $110 billion investment. The investors include $30 billion from SoftBank, $30 billion from NVIDIA, and $50 billion from Amazon. The circle jerk continues. OpenAI has signed a strategic partnership with Amazon and a compute deal with NVIDIA, and now they are valued at $730 billion for when they go public on the market. The war. What's the war going on, Piper? It's Pakistan and Afghanistan, guys. Pakistan Minister of Defense, Khawaja Muhammad Asif, nailed it, has stated that Pakistan is now at war with Afghanistan. An Afghan official, and I just want to say GFY to this guy, has called for the United Nations Security Council to pressure Pakistan to de-escalate after wide-ranging strikes against Taliban forces. Taliban forces are also reportedly withdrawing from the areas they previously controlled due to considerable overmatch that Pakistan is exercising over them. This comes after clashes renewed between the two nations over Pakistani airstrikes inside of Afghanistan borderline. The old border there. So just so you're tracking why this matters. Pakistan is a nuclear power. They have nuclear weapons. They have for a while. If the Taliban does anything that even looks close to being successful in moving into Pakistan and gaining a foothold there, the U.S. will not hesitate to get involved. It's just how it is. We are not going to allow the Taliban to have nuclear weapons. So keep an eye on that. Watch that closely. If this ends up being not a, Afghanistan getting their butt handed to them by Pakistan, and they actually do get a foothold in there, able to penetrate and breach into the country, we will get involved in that also. So yay. Shout out to Wix Wi-Fi 89, 2 dubs in the house, and Baba Yaz is also in here. I appreciate all you guys joining us. So yeah, that's the war that's going on. Although all Persian language news and political networks in Iran and across Middle East broadcast by the Yasat Satellite Communications Company based in UAE are currently offline. This was about 18 hours ago, with the reason for the outage still unclear. Was this a test run for other things going on? Who knows? But yeah, there's some footage from the Afghanistan launching their retaliatory strike on the Pakistani military. So yeah, beautiful. Buck, can you hear it, Buck? Isn't that a beautiful sound? I could go to sleep to that noise. Pakistan state-run media also bombing the Pakistan Air Force bombing targets in Taliban controlled Kabul, the capital of Afghanistan there. So that's also in there. Papa John's planning to close 300 of its restaurants by the end of 2027 as it moves to cut costs. Guys, let me know, is Papa John's any good anymore? I haven't had Papa John's in a while. I became a Marco's guy. Love me some good old Marco's pizza. And then Jack lays off. This is Jack Dorsey of Block, guys, laying off half of his staff because AI is here and it's coming for everyone. He said, we're not making this decision because we're in trouble. Our business is strong. Gross profits continue to grow. We continue to serve more and more customers, and profitability is improving, but something has changed, and we're already seeing that intelligence tools we're creating and using, paired with smaller teams, are enabling a new way of working, which fundamentally changes what it means to build and run a company. Matter of fact, there's a whole letter here. I won't read the whole letter from Jack Dorsey, but yeah, he said 10,000 people. Yeah, we're going to go to just under 6,000. We're cutting about a little over 4,000 jobs. You will get some salary for 20 weeks plus 1 week per year of tenure, equity vested through the end of the month of May, through the end of May, 6 months of healthcare, your corporate devices. So whatever hardware they had at home to work on, they get to keep that. And then also $5,000 if they're in the US. If you're in one of those cheaper countries, you're not going to get $5,000. But yeah, that's what happened there. And overnight on that news, guys, the stock pumped like crazy. We'll go look at that. I got an article on it in a second. Let's go check out and see what's going on the TradFi side of the world, though. Because right now, the Dow Jones is currently down 1.38%. The S&P is down 0.7 and the NASDAQ 0.8, which means we're seeing a sell-off on the defensive side here, some of the non-tech, because tech's not down as much. So Russell 2K is down 1.7, and the VIX sitting above 20.5. It's up 10.2% today. How is bonds looking? People are buying the shit out of the bond. It's down to 3.979, meaning that people are de-risking. That's what that usually means. How about oil? Oil pumping up 2.58% today, almost to $67 a barrel on all the tension in the Middle East. And then we've got gold and silver. Gold back up to $5,239, up 0.86% today. And silver, let's go at $92.20. It is up 5.98%. I'm going to get my silver sold for $100. D. Jenny, you see this? Do you see this, D. Jenny? I held, and we're going to sell this thing for over $100. Let's go. Let's get it, baby. Yeah, it looks juicy.
Juicy.
There you go. Copper is also up today, 1.36%. Platinum is up 5.29% today, and palladium all up. So heavy metals doing it good. The metals are rocking, we'll say. Crypto bubbles, let's go take a look. Oh, by the way, you guys remember Power on here yesterday? Remember Power? This thing was up like 100 and some percent. I said, yeah, this thing's going to sell off. Look for a short on it. Yeah, Power is now down 30% on the daily, and I had to go search in top 101 to 200 because it's not in the top 100 anymore. It's dropped back down dramatically. So there we go. Bitcoin right now down about 1% on the daily. Ethereum down 3.1% on the daily. BNB down 0.9. Big movers today. XRP losing a spot to BNB, now down to number 5. It's 3.4% downside move there. Solana ringing in negative 3%. Dogecoin down 3.5. Cardano's down 2.7. Bitcoin Cash is down 3.9. Leo token, native token to the Leo decentralized exchange, slightly up today. Canton Network holding strong, up another 1.3% today. Moving like a stock, man. Moving like a stock. Once it get that massive pump, it just kind of said, you know what? We are just going to wild and windy wifey whistle through the willows. $5 super chat from Wick. I appreciate you, Wick. You're awesome, man. Much thanks and appreciate it. And shout out to Wick, Chadwick in the house. He was over there watching Piano Matta B with me earlier. So I don't know what to do with myself with Alex Ogon. My mornings are just different now. Chainlink is sitting at number 15, down 2.6% at $8.80. Not $800. Not $800, $8. And Stellar Lumens is down 0.9% there. Monero making a little hold about the 1% line, and Rain still holding that top 20%. Interesting. Let's go take a look at the economic calendar that came in this morning, guys, because we got PPI. Let's go talk about this PP in your eye data, as Alex O would say. So real quick, check off this morning on the inflation data. Let's get a little reality check, because apparently we're doing fillings instead of numbers now. At 7:30, producer price index, my time, 8:30 Eastern Standard Time. Producer price index PPI came in hot. Headline PPI for January was at 0.5% month over month, and was expected to be like 0.3. What's previously on a revision, it was at 0.5, came in at 0.4. They dropped it down. Now we're up to 0.1% and well above 0.2% above the consensus forecast. So yeah, it was the real core PPI was up 0.8% versus the 3% expected, 0.3% expected. That's not a miss. That's a face plant. And year over year, core PPI climbed to 3.6% versus 3% expected. So producers are still dealing with rising costs, meaning businesses either eat it, cut margins, or do what businesses do best, and that is pass it on to you, which is likely what they will do. Now Trump's out here saying prices are down for Americans. We all heard the State of the Union, right? And look, I'd love that storyline, but these numbers don't actually scream mission accomplished. This is upstream inflation staying sticky, the stuff that tends to leak into consumer prices later on, and we will end up paying for that later. Market implications: hotter PPI usually means yields are up, rate cuts get pushed out, and risk assets can wobble. So if Bitcoin and stocks get a little shaky, this is why, and that's what happened this morning, getting a big sell-off on this PPI data. Bottom line, if prices are down, somebody forgot to tell the data. That's the bottom line to it. So, Mr. Trump, you may want to talk to the producers and say, please relook at your numbers, because it's not matching what I just told the entire country at the State of the Union address. So, yeah, core PPI came in shockingly above the consensus and forecast, and now our chance of a rate cut is 96.1 there. Let's see what it is now, because I haven't refreshed it. I like to do this for you guys. Still 96.1. So 3.9% chance we get a rate cut in March. I do believe that this is probably going to be like 99% by tomorrow once they actually aggregate all this data. And we'll get in on that Monday, because I will be live even though I'm in Utah doing the show for you guys. I'll still be here. Block. That's the Jack Dorsey story. It has now soared as much as 24% as the company slashes workforce by nearly half. Block said on Thursday it's laying off more than 4,000 employees, or about half of its headcount. Thanos on them. And then we get down here and look. Block said Thursday it's laying off more than 4,000 employees, or about half of its headcount. Today we shared a difficult decision with our team, he says. It wasn't difficult. It was an easy decision for you. You made the choice that your profits for your shareholders were more important than the people that helped build your company, Jack. That's the bottom line to it. Everybody can do, look, we're going to put AI in here, and AI is going to make our employees that have been loyal to us all this time stronger and better and more productive, but you chose to have profits, Jack. That's the bottom line. So don't lie to everybody and say it was a difficult decision. It was an easy decision for you money-hungry mother effers. Anyway, Block CFO Amrita Ahuja said the job cuts will position the company for our next phase of long-term growth. We are choosing to shift how we operate at a time when our businesses accelerating, and we see an opportunity to move faster with smaller, highly talented teams using AI to automate more work. So I got news for you guys. Not you, the viewers. This is to all the corporations out there. You keep this up and you will not have any consumers, because nobody will have money to buy your products. Second and third order effects. We can make money now, but eventually we're going to have no consumers with money to buy our shit. So let me know how that works out for you in the end. Good luck to all you AI money grubbing, profiting corporation layoff jackasses. Piper has spoken. I'm good. I promise I'm good. Netflix dropped its bid for Warner Brothers also, and it will spur big gains for the streaming giant. To Jair, who was asking about Netflix, and he said, what about this? Now you can look at your Netflix move. And I know it got a big move up yesterday, but you did not know that was coming. But now we'll see if it starts to gain strength. And if it starts to make higher lows, then you can feed a winner instead of trying to buy the bottom on a loser at the time. So now Netflix is the thing to look at. So spending it on Bitcoin anyways, facts. Universal base income will not support consumerism, man. Not the same. That is base necessities versus buy everything I want and need. That UBI will not support, no matter how you slice it, is not going to support the as a replacement for consumerism. Trump administration faces the first big tariff refund. Court deadline on Friday. Will he pay this today? We'll see. I'm curious to see how he's going to balance that whole thing out. They're probably just going to request an extension. And then also, more conflict in the geopolitical side, guys. Iran and U.S. and Iran wrap up the most intense nuclear talks with no deal and more negotiations ahead. Not seeing any move on this, but I will tell you this. We have, let me go back to X and see if I can find this post that just came in a little while ago. It's like the largest, well, wait, go back. Alexandra G. Heart that. She shared my video. Thank you, Alexandra. I love you, lady. Let's go take a look at this thing and look at how much equipment they've moved into the Middle East. Where are you at over here? I know you're over here. OSINT Defender, I think, is who put it up a little while ago. Ooh. According to the International Atomic Energy Agency, the IAEA-IOU, EIEIO, Iran has stored highly enriched uranium at its Isfahan, nailed it, nuclear facility. The revelation comes after an IAEA IOU EIEIO report was sent to a member states and seen by Reuters. Uranium is up to 60% purity rate, close to weapons grade. So there you go. What else we got in here? There's the post about all the equipment. I want to see if it's in here. Upwards. This is it. With the arrival of the USS Gerald R. Ford Carrier Strike Group and its carrier's air wing of the Eastern Mediterranean Sea, there are now more than 250 attack aircraft, the F-15, F-16, F-18, F-35, and my personal favorite, the A-10, in the Middle East, with more than 100 additional attack aircraft spread across Europe. This is in addition to more than 125 U.S. Air Force KC-135s and KC-46s spread across the region. Guys, you don't move this much equipment in a very short time if you don't plan on doing something with it. I mean, they did not need to move all of that for just a show of force. I really do think we're going to see, maybe even this weekend, the attack occur on Iran. Although there was talk that White House would like to see Israel do it first and then Iran retaliate, and then we can say we did it to protect Israel. Who knows? Who knows what the goal is? Let's go over and check out the biddy chart. We are, again, still holding on the 786, 65,580. I am watching that we're below the 200-week EMA. Nope, those are dots. Why are you making dots? There we go. The 200-week EMA, it's on the 1 week there, exponential moving average. And then we have right here coming in at about 58,000 is going to be our simple moving average for the 200 week. We do have a golden pocket sitting down there too for a retracement level 57,000. I do think we head down to this region next, and where you'll see what happens when we get down there. Don't be surprised if we come down and we do a nice punch into the 200 week simple moving average. Okay, into the golden pocket and then try to hold that, kind of like what we did here, but I don't think that it's going to hold for long. Bitcoin just looking weaker all the time. Of course, we are going to be watching to see what happens here tomorrow night. I thought it was Friday night. Don't know why I thought Friday was 28th. It's 27th. I can see it right there. But Saturday the 28th, end of the month, close. Do we get a bright green candle? And you guys know what that means. We talked about it several times here on the show. If you don't know, you should be tuning in more, and you can do that by smashing the like button, hitting subscribe, and hitting the notification bell so you can get notified every time we go live, because we talk about a lot of stuff and we follow up on it, because it's not a fire and forget in this business. You need to build on top of what you already know, and that's what we do here. So I am still watching for that green candle, though, to come in on the MVP oscillator. If we do get a bounce up, guys, I'm watching. We have the dynamic reactor here. This is the orange wave, and then with quantum reactor there. I am going to be watching. Let me go ahead and readjust. This is the one that we put out on at the beginning of the week, and I said watch for a rejection there, which was flawless. Shout out to Chart Prime. But I do think that if we do come up, that's going to be another range to get in through again, and that is now sitting at 68.7 on the bottom side, 70,200 on the top side. I think our rejection rejection will come in that range if we do bounce up from here. I don't think I don't think we have much to worry about. Right now, I'm just going to let my Ethereum short run. I think it's doing great for me. So yeah, run with it. Run with it. I think that's about, oh wait, I wanted to show a couple of stocks before I get out of here. A couple of stonks. Can we look at the stonks, sir? Nvidia, after great earnings, downside move. We're sitting on a green candle today. I'm looking at the dailies here, but we're sitting in the middle. I would not do anything with Nvidia right now, sitting in between these Bravo bands from Chart Prime's TA Plus series, sitting there in between, nice in the middle. I wouldn't do anything with it. We're sitting on support of the dynamic reactor. 200 is sitting right there. The Bravo cloud, we are below it, so we are looking at resistance right now. But we're on we're sitting in the middle. We're on the downside of the middle. Also, I wanted to take a look at Netflix. Let's take a look at that. Old Netflix. Ooh, SCCOs. Guys, we've been telling you copper, and this is on our watch list for our AI plays. Look at it. Continue to move up. 223 today on the upside move, up 3.43% today, making a new high and continuing to bounce nicely every time it touches the cloud. So SCCO, that is your critical metals, critical materials and copper play from our AI stuff. And then let's go see what else we got down here. What are you? Silver. High-O silver away. Big fair value gap here, guys. I think this thing can just push right through this drop because there's no liquidity. There's no volume here. Just push right up in through it easily, up into about 106. I think that is a very good possibility there on silver. Snow, Riot, Cucumber, Netflix. There we go. Netflix got a nice big jump off of that closure of the whole deal with Warner Brothers. I would watch for 97.45 to be a rejection zone. Overall, though, Overall, though, it is also in at the lower end. If we do get this pullback here, watch for it to pull back to about 81.33. That would be the watch there. $81.33. What else was there? Let's go look at block. I want to look at block. Get off of crypto, sir. Thank you. XYZ. Add it to the chart. Yeah, big pump today on this, guys, but it is getting sell-off now. People are realizing, hey, dynamic reactor rejection there also. People are realizing, hey, with this pump, literally off of fire and it hasn't even taken place yet. But of course, people are buy stocks. They're looking at valuations based on future assessments. We are seeing a pullback on it after hitting that dynamic reactor. It's exactly what I was talking about on the Netflix chart. Watch for that. But it is getting a sell-off. Currently sitting right now at 63.26 with a big downside move on this thing. If it falls, filling this gap, it could gap down another 14% to the downside. So all right, let's go check the chat before we get out of here. Let's drink a little bit of coffee before I hit the road. Like and subscribe. We're hitting half of our viewers. Actually, believe it or not, a lot of the viewers are not subscribed. It's kind of crazy. You know what it is. Appreciate you being here. He said, I promise Piper Academy, he just does know what he's talking about as it appears, as if it appears. I appreciate it, man. Right. You're the best. You know what it is. Supernatural. What's up, bro? How you doing, man? Curtis Hill. I need more Bitcoin. Yes, that's why we do the DCA plan. We just continue to DCA. That and working with our government to make sure that AI becomes something more like a nationally owned thing where everyone benefits from it, like Social Security or Medicare. Yeah, but I don't see that happening. I see that the corporations are going to find a way to make it the biggest profit margin for them, and we will be the afterthought. And that's just how I feel. I think that's about it, guys. Safe drive. All right, peeps. I appreciate you all. Hope you guys got something out of today. It's a very short show. I know, about 35 minutes, but I got to head out of here. I got to go hit the road, heading to Utah. I will be doing a couple of stops. We're only doing about 6-hour drive per day because we're taking Gypsy with us. So she's going to be on a long road trip. Road trip number 1. Then we got one in April. We're going to Indiana to spread some family ashes on some family land. And then we're going to head up to beautiful Banff, Canada in the fall. And Gypsy's taking all those trips. So we will will be giving a test run for a long road trip with Gypsy today. I'll be back here on Monday morning. I may go live this weekend in the Discord. I'll be on the road, but I may go live and we'll talk about what happened with the MVP oscillator and stuff like that, and how I'm thinking the markets will react. But yeah, so be watching for that. If you're in the Discord, if you're a member here on YouTube, you have access to the Discord. So be watching for that. We'll be going live maybe this weekend and talk about what happens with the MVP. So until then, guys, if I don't see you in the Discord, I'll see you here Monday morning at 10:15 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, bringing you guys news, charts, markets, headlines, and everything you need to have knowledge, because knowledge is profit. Until next time, guys, trade safe, stay primed, and use a stop loss. We'll catch you later. Peace, love, profits. We're out.
That's the rap. Chart stack data never lie. Piper led the mission, OC in the sky. Spaghetti on the screen, but the vision stay prime. Chart prime visual, signals on time. Alumni strong, we built from the grind. Lessons in the market that'll outlive time. Knowledge is profit, you know how we run. Till the next one, stay sharp, get it done. We'll see you at the next one.
Don't know what the fuck they're doing.
Morning market report out.
Gang, gang. They say money can't buy happiness. Look at the fucking smile on my face.
We'll see you at the next one. Morning market report out. We'll see you at the next one. Morning market report. Ow.
That was awesome, dude. Hey, it didn't break. What else you got?